practice safe procedures.
Use the drive-up ramps to raise your car safely. These vary in price, with the cheapest being about $25. Make sure that the ground area is level. After you've secured your car, turn it off and let it sit for about 5 minutes to let the oil cool down a bit.
Go underneath your car and look for the oil pan plug. Usually it'll be at the lowest point of your engine. Scoot your drainage pan under the plug. Now, using a box end or short socket wrench, loosen the bolt head on the plug. Remember, lefty-loosey, so you'll be going counterclockwise to take it off. This is the dirty part. Oil will flow freely into your pan. When all the oil is drained, replace the plug using your wrench to make sure it's snug. Righty-tighty, so you'll be going clockwise this time.
The quality and type of oil you use is just as important as actually changing your oil. Remember to refer to your owner's manual for the proper viscosity of oil to use, and never use an oil that is not specifically recommended in your manual. See, technicians at the Quick Lube garage or even dealership don't know more than the engineers that designed your engine. And every time you change your oil filter as well. Make sure that the filter has a check valve if the manufacturer recommends it.
Your owner's manual will show you where your oil filter is. It looks like one of those small round oatmeal containers. You'll find it to the side of the engine block, usually a little above the oil pan.
The oil filter does just that. It filters out the icky stuff in the oil going through your engine. Move the drain pan underneath the oil filter. Take your new buddy, the filter wrench, wrap it around the filter, and lefty-loosey. Oil will start to drip from the filter. Don't worry, this is perfectly normal. Use your hand to remove the filter and let the oil drain from it into the pan. Now you want to prepare your new oil filter. First, fill it up with oil. Then, find the rubber ring on the open end. With your finger, spread a little oil around the ring. The fresh filter goes into the slot where the old one was. Just twist it in and righty-tighty with your hand. Your car may have more specific installation instructions. Just be sure to read and follow the directions on your filter.
Some filters are upside down, so they may be a little messy when removing and replacing. That's no sweat. Just clean up after yourself. Now you're ready to put in the new oil. We showed you how to do that earlier in the tape, so just do it the same way. Your owner's manual will tell you how much new oil you need. It'll be in the neighborhood of 3 to 5 quarts. Whatever it says, that's how much new oil you should put in.
What do I do with all this old oil?
You can't just dump it. Used oil is considered a hazardous waste, so you can't pour it down your drain or drop it on trick-or-treaters.
You need to take it to a place that recycles oil. Most service stations and auto parts stores recycle, so just take it there. No biggie. So, that's oil, folks. Now, let's keep it cool, boys and girls. Real cool.
Coolant.
With all the sparks, explosions, and moving metal parts, it can get real hot in your car's engine. How hot? Hot enough to burn some punk who doesn't have proper respect for the rules! Simply put, the working temperature of your car is greater than that of boiling H2O.
The cylinders in your car are the places where air mixes with gas for a controlled burn. This is hot stuff. We need to cool things down in there. So how do we do it?
The cooling system.
A special chemical and water mixture called coolant flows around the outside of these hot cylinders. The heat is transferred from the cylinders to the coolant. After circulating through the engine, the coolant is pumped into the radiator, where a fan cools it down after its hard work. The things you need to worry about in the cooling system are the coolant and the hoses that connect everything. If your car doesn't have enough coolant in it, the engine can't be cooled down, and then you're in major trouble.
Coolant also contains chemicals that keep the machinery from freezing, so it's sometimes called antifreeze. It also keeps everything from boiling over, but we don't call it anti-boil. It just sounds too weird.
Coolant is crucial to your car's health, so you need to check it once a week. Just check it when you check the oil. If you do, your cooling system will remain loyal to you.
Hot coolant. Sounds like an oxymoron. Well, anybody who checks the coolant when their car has been running is the real moron. Your car needs to be stone cold when you check the coolant, but that's easy. Just do it in the morning.
Make sure your car hasn't been running and that the engine is cool. Look for the radiator. It's usually at the front of your car. Near there, you'll see the coolant reserve tank.
This reserve tank is transparent and will have both a min and max line on it. Just like with the oil dipstick, the level of coolant should be between these two lines.
You can purchase antifreeze just about anywhere, including service stations and dry goods stores. But if in doubt, you can always go to, you guessed it, the auto parts store.
Make the mixture half and half. It's not milk and cream in this case, but half antifreeze and half good old water.
Add the coolant through the reserve tank. Fill it up to the max line on the side. Don't forget to put the cap back on.
Never let your coolant change color. It should remain the same color as when it was put in. Rust causes coolant to change color, and that rust comes from dissolved engine metal. Bad coolant damages head gaskets and aluminum castings.
Another thing about coolant, it's colorful and very sweet tasting, which makes it appetizing to youngsters and pets.
But it's also highly toxic and should never be ingested.
Your senses can help you spot coolant leaks. Use your eyes to look for any suspicious puddles under your car. Your sense of touch will alert you to wetness in your engine compartment. Your nose can help too, if you smell a sweet burning odor coming from your engine.
During your routine check of the coolant level, take a quick look at the radiator cap and the hoses. Again, make sure that your car is cold.
Loosen the cap and inspect it. Is it rusty? Is the rubber seal cracked or worn? Does it look just plain tuckered out? If so, you should get a new one at the auto parts store. They're inexpensive, but just be sure to get one that's specifically designed for your car. As for the hoses, give them a pinch. Hoses should feel firm, not squishy. Also, look for any cuts or boo-boos. Take worn hoses into your auto parts store so you can be sure to get the right size replacements.
No matter what, you can always get a mechanic to change the hoses. The most important thing is, don't drive around with bad hoses.
You should have your cooling system serviced every 2 years or 24,000 miles. Now, if your car contains Dexcool, which is a long-life, orange-colored coolant found in GM cars, you won't have to service it as often. Check your owner's manual for recommendations. For preventive maintenance, the hoses of the cooling system should be replaced every 4 years or 60,000 miles.
Rust. It's not good on your car, and it's not good in your car. After 2 years or 24,000 miles, your coolant can no longer protect your engine from this fiendish oxidation. Such corrosion can damage your radiator, thermostat, and water pump. So you gotta flush and refill your cooling system. Good luck getting your local Gasplex to do this for you.
So you're better off taking it to the pros. Remember, every 2 years or every 24,000 miles. A coolant flush isn't that expensive, and it's much cheaper than having to replace damaged components. So that's the skinny on your cooling system.
What to do when your car overheats. If your gauge isn't in the red yet, first, turn off the AC if it's on. Then, turn on your heater full blast. This will pull heat from the engine and may solve the problem.
If the gauge is in the red, or if you see steam billowing from your engine like the smoke machine at the end of Casablanca, you need to get out of traffic and pull over pronto.
Turn off the engine and open the hood. The engine's pretty hot right now, so you need to wait about 30 minutes before doing anything. And if it's a hot day, your engine could stay hot for an hour, even longer. And like teenagers in a horror movie, working on a piping hot engine is, well, pretty stupid. Now, the gauge might be in the red because of some coolant loss, so you might be able to get away with just adding some more. Once everything has cooled down, use a rag over your hand and slowly and carefully unscrew the radiator cap. Now, if your gauge stays in the red, or if there's steam coming from the engine area, your car will have to be towed and serviced. Now for something a little lighter.
Windshield wiper fluid.
You can see clearly.